Welcome everyone. It's more Trackmania Track of the Day excitement here on Ghosts of the Past. Today we are going to be exploring a track from November of 2024. This one called Celsius 41 by XXV6. We'll see what we're up against here. It looks like already from what I can tell, there's going to be potentially a GPS thing to guide us, although we never use that right away. We just get started, and that's what we're going to do today, counting down from 10 seconds and giving ourselves 10 minutes. And we'll see how good we could do. We got a gold medal not too long ago, so maybe we'll get another one. Who knows? I've never played this track before. Let's find out how badly we hate this. I feel like this seems familiar in some regards, and I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Like, I almost feel like I've seen this, maybe? This feels really smooth, really natural. That's why I'm like, is this something that we've come across? That is not the correct way to go, obviously. I haven't seen this before because that's not too familiar. I was going to say, I do keep track of everything as far as what I run, what I don't. Even including things that I don't put on YouTube, which is rare because I basically only play this for the recording of content. So we'll give it another try here. Maybe I'll do the GPS if I get stuck again, but really it's pretty straightforward. We're just trying to get a feel for the twists and turns. That's usually how the first couple runs go. I'm going to go ahead and just keep going, even though we hit that tree. Not optimal at all. Costs us several seconds from our current pace. And this is where... Okay, so there's like a little nook you got to go through there. Understandably, a little bit challenging. That is quite difficult. Definitely plays with your senses, which is something we see in a lot of these tracks. I don't mind it if it's not like overtly so crazy that it's like impossible to complete. Oh, don't hit the flagpole. All right, let's just go ahead and start from the checkpoint because I do want to see the end of this track, even though it's not going to get us a medal or anything. Okay, we just kind of lucked into the finish line there. All right, I have a better sense of what we're trying to accomplish now. We screwed it up again, guys. That is a tricky part because there is a little narrow path that you can go down. And if you miss it, well, you just miss it and it's over. Not my favorite type of design in these tracks, but used sparingly, it can definitely cause you to focus like certain parts over others, which I think is okay. Like, as long as you don't make a habit out of making the entire track's identity build on subversion and trickery, then I'm okay with it. So far, so good. Now we're coming along to the finish here. This is where we do have to kind of focus a little bit, get up there. No! God dang! Oh, dude. We had a pretty decent pace there. I wouldn't say it was anything that was going to get us like a silver or gold. But maybe a bronze would have been a nice little token of gratitude. If we could have just finished that jump. That jump is a little bit trickier. We honestly got lucky the first time. Probably because we weren't even aware that it was coming. We just kind of went into it and the game just kind of took over. But we have to be able to control our own destiny. Round, watch for the water. That could get a little bit slippery, I'm sure. This part is tricky as well. Okay, good. Give us something. Yeah, baby. We'll take the bronze. It's not the best, but it is something, and it's something that we can improve upon. Wow, I took that turn really nicely. I wasn't even, like, really paying attention. That was a lucky break for sure. I've been told I need to learn how to drift. I don't think this is the course that I'm going to be able to really practice that too much on, though. Although if I were good at it, I'm sure it would be helping a lot on this course. I don't think this is a good place to get our feet wet with drifting. No pun intended as we cross water. Kind of losing steam here. Hit a couple bumps. Yeah. That last part is challenging because it's so late in the thing. I mean, it's a lot easier to memorize when you only give yourself 10 minutes like we are. It's obviously a lot easier to memorize the beginning parts of the tracks because you see them over and over and over again. You're not going to see the end too much. And I do like that the game has that checkpoint system where if you really do want to practice later sections of the track over and over, you can. But I'm not here to get world records. I'm just here to crank out a video, hopefully get a medal, do something to get the endorphins going, feel good about ourselves and what we're accomplishing, and then move on to the next one, right? Because here on the John Wyatt Edgar channel, we promise quantity over quality. And if the quality's there, bonus. We shaved 1.5 seconds off, so there is some quality in our effort. We applaud that. We welcome it. Ooh, big crash, big time. I'm trying to get a little too risky here on this first couple turns. There's really no need to do that. I need to just execute on the other parts and try not to hit the little sand parts as much, maybe. Focus on the course, where the turns are, where the jumps are, where the checkpoints are, how to get through them quickly and without any issue. Sharp turn. Coming in hot. Oh, yeah. Yes! Another one! Amazing. Amazing effort. Some people chase author medals, which I very naively said at the beginning of the series that we were hoping to eventually get one. Maybe that's our end goal for the series. Maybe when we get the author medal, we hang it up and say, you know what, Ghost of the Past, this will be the last one. Maybe that's what we'll do. But we're not there yet. We're not even close. One thing that doing all these different courses in short bursts like this should help with my versatility, especially if I can get some of this drifting down, which is probably not going to be anytime soon. Because to me, I'm sorry, it just seems counterintuitive that I would want to hold down the brake in a game where I want to go really, really fast. Obviously, I know that there's benefit to it. That's what the Fast and Furious movies were about, right? That and family, is that what they were about? I don't think I've watched like a single Fast and Furious, so obviously I'm just talking out of my ass here. It's crazy to me that that franchise has gone on for so long, and they just continue to pump out more of them. Especially because, if I recall, I think it was originally based on like an old movie. Like it was like a reboot or a remake of like an older movie or reimagining. And now it's just this massive... It's the Nickelback of movies is what it is. You know, Now, I like Nickelback. I respect what they do. But when you tell me about something that, you know, comes out with a new release on a regular cadence without question and is at best average, but still does well financially, I think of Nickelback. And so I consider Fast and Furious the modern day Nickelback of movies, much like I would consider Call of Duty the Nickelback of video games. You could throw Madden in there. You could definitely throw, you know, or maybe some of the 2K games. The sports games are kind of in their own universe, though, in my opinion. Let's send it! Send it! One more shot. Maybe should have started this one over, but we're committed. And we're done. Okay. Not the way I wanted to start, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. We'll leave it on the GPS screen. That'll be fun. Okay, there we have it. That was Celsius 41 by XXV6. Not too bad of a track. Beautiful aesthetic. A little bit of trickery, not too much that drove us crazy. We were able to get a silver medal. I think we earned it. That helps our reputation, helps our confidence going forward. Obviously, we'll see what the next one is. Make sure to subscribe. We're over 300 subscribers now, so I mean, look at that. We're really rocking and rolling here on the channel. We'll see you next time for yet another track of the day. Ghost of the Past style.